Good day, good morning, good evening to each and everyone that's out there trying to create passive income. All right, so this is going to be Group B of YieldMax, including RoundHill and some KURV ETFs. Most of these will be paid out on the 20th, and some of these will be paid out today, I believe. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so these prices vary each month for each ETF that is going to be listed. If you should happen to own some of the above ETFs, here's a roundabout payout you should receive. Now, below is what you would get paid out for owning the number of shares multiplied by the price per share. Our first candidate up is DIPS. All right. So DIPS closed yesterday at 841. Previously closed when they paid out last was 917, and they previously paid out 35 cents for their dividend. All right, they're currently paying out 29 cents. So if you own 50 shares, that'd be $14.61. 1,000 shares would be $292.20, and 10,000 shares would be $2,922. Next, we have NVDY monthly ETF. Closed yesterday at 1646. Previously closed at 1686. And when I say previously closed, that's going to be the last time they paid out their dividend. All right. And the previous distribution amount was $1.63. Currently paying out a huge reduced amount of 67 cents. All right, so if you own 1,000 shares, it'll be $672.10, and 5,000 shares would be $3,360.50. All right, next up we have GDXY monthly ETF. Closed yesterday at 1591. Previously closed at 1523. Previously paid out a nice dividend of 37 cents, and now is paying out a nice, very nice dividend of 85. Let's make that 85 cents. All right. So if you own 500 shares, it'd be $422.45. 5,000 shares would be $4,224.50, and 10,000 shares would be $8,449. Next, we have BABO. Previously closed yesterday at 1583, and previously closed, let's get this right. All right, closed yesterday at 1583, previously closed at 1763. All right, and it previously paid out $1. It's currently paying out 43 cents. So if you own 500 shares, that'd be $215.70. 10,000 shares will be $4,314. Next, we have LFGY. Closed yesterday at 1683, previously closed at 1622, and previously paid out 64 cents. It's currently paying out 54 cents. All right, so if you own 500 shares, it'd be $268.15. 2,000 shares would be $1,072.60, and 10,000 shares will get you $5,363. Next, we have JPMO monthly ETF. Closed yesterday at 1651. Previously closed at 1657, and previously paid out 39 cents. Currently paying out 28 cents. So if you own 100 shares, it'll be $27.74. 2,000 shares would be $1,109.60, and 10,000 shares will get you $2,774. Next, we have MRNY monthly ETF. Closed yesterday at $2.41. Previously closed $2.60, and previously paid out 12 cents. Currently paying out 19 cents. Nice increase there. All right, so if you own 500 shares, it'll be $95. 2,000 shares will be $380, and 10,000 shares will be $1,900. Next, we have MARO, monthly ETF. Closed yesterday at 21.85, previously closed at 25.57, and previously paid out $1.97. Currently paying out $1.21. So if you own 21 shares like I do, that would be $25.35. 2,000 shares would be $2,414.60, and 10,000 shares would be $12,073. Next, we have PlayT, PLTY, monthly ETF. Closed yesterday at 67.85, previously closed at $70.25. Previously paid out $7.04, which was phenomenal. All right, it's currently paying out a huge reduction, but still a very, very nice $3.26. So if you own 50 shares, it'd be $163. If you happen to own 220 shares like I do, that would be $717.20. And if you own 10,000 shares, that would be $32,600. Next, we got YieldMax, weekly ETF. This is a weekly ETF of YieldMax. All right. Closed yesterday at $13.43, previously closed at $13.88, and previously paid out 18 cents. Currently paying out 14 cents. So if you own 50 shares like I do, that would be $7.12. 1,000 shares would be $142.40, and 10,000 shares would be $1,424. Next, we have YMAG weekly ETF. Previously paid out, closed yesterday at $15.19. Previously closed at $15.71, and previously paid out a nice 21 cents. Currently paying out 17 cents. Still not bad. Very nice for a weekly ETF. All right, so if you have 500 shares, that'd be $84.55. 2,000 shares will get you $338.20. Next, we have LFGY weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at $38.26. Previously closed at $40.85, and previously paid out 47 cents. Currently paying out, guess what? 47 cents. So if you had 1,000 shares, it'd be $468.40. 10,000 shares will get you $4,684. Next, we have GPTY weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at $46.77. Previously closed at $43.08. Previously paid out 30 cents and is currently paying out 32 cents. So if you have 1,000 shares, it'll be $322.60, and 10,000 shares would be $3,226. Next, we have SDTY weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at $43.86. Previously closed at $43.95. Previously paid out 22 cents, and guess what? Paying out currently 22 cents. So if you own 5,000 shares, it'd be $1,116.50. 10,000 shares would be $2,233. Next, we have QDTY weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at $42.63. Previously closed at $42.35. Previously paid out 23 cents. Guess what? Paying out another 23 cents. All right, so if you have 2,000 shares, that's $486.40. 10,000 shares will yield you $2,342. Next up, we have RDTY weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at $45.25. Previously closed at $45.63, and previously paid out 30 cents. All right, currently paying out 33 cents. So if you own 2,000 shares, it'd be $653. 10,000 shares would be $3,265. Next, we have CHPY weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at $53.49. Previously closed at $51.80, and previously paid out 35 cents. Currently paying out 41 cents. So 5,000 shares would be $2,028, and 50 shares would be $20.28. Next, we have ULTI. Closed yesterday at $6.18. Previously closed at $6.26, and previously paid out 10 cents. currently paying out 9 cents. So if you own 50 shares, that would be $4.38. If you happen to own $406, as yours truly does, that would be $35.53. And if you own 10,000 shares, that would be $875. Next, we have RoundHill Weekly ETF, QDTE, closed yesterday at 34.42. Previously closed at 34.25 and previously paid out 15 cents. Currently paying out 21 cents. So if you have 1,000 shares, it'll be $204.73, and 5,000 shares will be $1,023.67. We have RDTE weekly ETF, closed yesterday at 33.74. Previously closed at 34.12. Previously paid out 14 cents. Currently paying out a nice 24 cents. So if you own 2,000 shares, it'll be $487.98. 10,000 shares will be $2,439. Next, we have XDTE. Closed yesterday at 43.19. Previously closed at 43.35. And previously paid out 19 cents. Currently paying out a nice 22 cents. 1,000 shares will get you $225.49, and 5,000 shares will be $1,112.75. Next, we have YBTC of RoundHill Weekly ETF. Closed yesterday at 45.64. Previously closed at 46.33. Previously paid out 20 cents. Currently paying out, guess what? 20 cents. All right. So if you own 5,000 shares, it'll be $1,005.53. 10,000 shares will get you a nice $2,011.06. Next, we have KURV, and we have it should say KURV instead of NFL. It should say KURV AAPY. My mistake. All right. So closed yesterday at $20.50 and previously closed at $21.98. It previously paid out 25 cents and is currently paying out 25 cents. Got a little tongue tied there. All right, 1,000 shares will get you $250, and 5,000 shares will be $1,250. Again, it should say KURV GOOP and not KQQQQ. So KURV GOOP closed yesterday at 25.54. Previously closed at 24.81. Previously paid out 35 cents. And guess what? It's currently paying out 35 cents. So if you own 2,000 shares, that will be $700 even. 10,000 shares will get you $3,500. All right. So we want to say thank you for dropping by, watching this video. We hope it's been informative. This is YieldMaxMindset saying, get that money. I'm out of here, gang. Bye-bye.